Marcus, you have you been to Strikes yet?
I go by as you guys from the Monte Cristo one. They have
Yeah.
a bigger humidor.
No, Strikes is cool. It's like
Yeah, but I like the patio Strikes.
Absolutely.
It's nicer than Monte Cristo.
I like Boca so much.
I know. I love it.
You know?
It's been 2 years that we've thought about moving here, and then, we chose Boca.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we were like, Fort Lauderdale, and then we discovered Boca. I was like, no, this is the place.
It depends on what you want, right?
Yeah.
Boca's it's just so clean.
Yeah.
You know,
It's nice.
there's no potholes.
Exactly. It's nice. It's organized. It's
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
Especially if you have family and all that.
Absolutely,
It's very,
yeah.
very important. It's similar to where we live in Canada. We live in a very nice area called Oakville, which is surrounding,
Around
Toronto.
Toronto?
So it's the same level. So it's
Yeah.
like for us, it's not going to be a big change,
Yeah,
especially if you have kids and all that. So,
for sure.
Although they're grown.
Well, we are. I'm having my first kid.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
Yeah,
Congrats.
that's my
Yeah,
sister-in-law and brother-in-law. By the way,
I know.
Oh, you know the whole scoop?
So
I
first
tell
baby-
them that's our sales pitch. I tell them to say that all the time. Family owned. They're gonna
Exactly,
sign
yeah.
right up.
Yeah. So no, congrats.
Yeah,
Hopefully
thank you.
You're gonna be a dad soon, so
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a
a
nice
little,
feeling.
little late to the game. I'm 46, but it's all good. Just
I got married at 36.
Yep. No, I'm 46.
Oh, you're 46. Okay. Well, yeah, I got married at 36, but I didn't have kids until like 2-3 years later. So
yeah.
I was late too. So
Yeah, it's okay.
well, it's okay. I'm 55 now, so
Now, how old are your kids now?
they're 17. They're going final year high school this year.
You have two 17-year-olds?
Yeah, twin boys.
Oh, you got twin boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mustafa.
We got it done all at once.
Yeah, you're like, I'm done.
We were done afterwards. Really, we were done.
Yeah.
It was hard, but like, okay, that's it. We're done.
What are your boys' names?
Safe and Lath.
Safe and Lath.
Yeah.
What are their personalities like?
Very different. They're not identical. They don't look alike. Not by looks, by personality, by size. Everything's different.
Really?
Very different.
Wow.
As if we had like two different boys. It's like, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. One looks more like after me, and the other one looks after his
Wow.
mother.
Yeah.
But the personalities are crossed. The looks and the personalities.
Oh,
are
interesting.
crossed. Yeah. So the bigger one, which came first, looks like me, same bone structure and all that, but he has his quiet personality like his mother.
Okay.
And the other one, more like his mother, but personality is like more like
More
me.
outgoing. You're the
Yeah,
outgoing
exactly.
one.
Yeah. So it's interesting with the twins, but but there's advantages to it. They become friends. They're always together and all that. They help each other.
They're very
support
close
each other.
with each other?
Yeah. The twins are always close to each other. They they'll go together with their friends and all that, but they help each other with studies and all that. But you get the fights sometimes also.
Yeah, of course.
That's the spice of life. You get that all the time. So yeah.
So they go to Boca schools? Is it Spanish River?
No, they're still actually in Toronto. So
Oh, they're in Toronto?
Yeah. They're gonna finish the high school there and then come universities here, hopefully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want them to go to FAU, or what's your thought?
Well, we're not sure yet. So they want to go medical, something medical.
Okay.
Yeah, one's
They're smart.
one of them wants to go medical school. The other one wants to go dentistry. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what schools are they considering right now? do you know?
Well, I don't know. It's like it depends on their marks. So we'll have to see what the marks look like, and
The
they're
marks, that's interesting.
good. I know.
That's
It's all about the marks, So we'll see which universities will take them based on their marks and all that. But they're good. They're in the 90s, so that's encouraging. Will help us a little bit. Hopefully when we apply.
Now, what's your heritage?
Well, I'm originally from Iraq. So,
Okay,
yeah,
Iraqi.
but I lived there when 3 years and left.
Okay.
My family left.
So you're only there till 3 years old?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, okay.
Yeah, I left when I was 3 years old, and then my father went to the U.S. He's actually a PhD professor, so
Oh.
he studied in the U.S. and finished his schooling and all that.
Cool.
And then we moved around. So
Yeah.
I've been around. I moved around.
So tell me, have the floor for a little bit. thank you for doing some business with us. We're excited to help you scale
Pleasure.
your company, and just trust the process. We're going to help you grow. But tell me, kind of unpack and unwind your insurance company for me a little bit.
Yeah, so basically we opened a new agency under a franchise called Renegade Insurance.
Okay.
So very new office based in Boca, and we're excited. We're hoping that we will develop the office and repeat the success that we had in Canada. So we have an agency also in Canada that we've been running, me and my wife, for about 8 years, and it's been very successful. We have a lot of staff. We have about 20 staff there. So
how many?
About 20 staff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then we wanted to move to Florida and move back to Florida, for me at least, because I was in the Northeast, DC, Philadelphia, Boston.
Yeah.
So I thought of moving back, and Florida was the place, and we were in love with Boca, and we decided to make it our base. So
cool.
and we want to replicate the success that we had in Canada when it comes to an agency. That's why we joined a franchise, because they support you a lot in the beginning, when you're starting with systems and infrastructure and all that stuff. So we're excited, and hopefully with your help and support we can make it.
Yeah, we know insurance pretty well.
Yeah, I know.
It's an industry we know very well.
I heard, yes.
What so tell me about Renegade. It's not a brand I'm very familiar with.
Yeah, I would say they're a new emerging franchise.
Okay.
They've been developing, they've been growing the last couple of years. They operate in 50 states.
Oh wow.
So yeah, and they're growing. They're opening more and more offices. I wouldn't say they're the level of Goosehead or Brightway. They're getting there, and I think in the next few years probably they're going to touch those levels.
Now, how many
offices
are there now, roughly?
Well, I'm not sure of the offices because they have different kind of structures. So they have a structure where you have an office or you're an independent agent.
Okay.
Yeah. So we chose the office because we have plans to develop the office and grow and hire agents and support staff and scale it.
Boca is a great place to do it.
I know. I'm very excited. And the surrounding areas, it's
For sure.
Boca is surrounded by very nice areas too. I mean, being in the Palm Beach County, I think West Palm Beach also is a great area. Very nice. I was actually contemplating whether it's like Boca or West Palm. West
Interesting.
Palm is a really nice area too, and it has the clientele that we're looking for, the target clientele. The more established, high-end homes, high-end cars, and we also do business. So we are in all these fields. We do personalized and commercial lines when it comes to home, auto, and commercial. For me, I'm very experienced with commercial. I've been doing commercial for a long time, so we can actually help with a lot of commercial risks also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the specialty leads work really well, like boat, motorcycle, like those types of leads, because like if you can market to them and get those clients, a lot of times obviously they're even more affluent typically.
Of course.
So,
that's again the target market, the target clients that we're looking for. If you're going to have a high value home, high value cars, more likely you're going to have a boat. More likely you're going to have a business. You're going to have a bike. You're going to have all these things.
Exactly.
So it just comes with a package, right? And that's what we're looking for. This is our target market and target clientele, and that's why we chose to be situated in these kind of areas to attract these kind of clients.
Now, where's the office physically?
Physically, it's on North Highway. It's very close to you, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So we're on 2300 North Dixie Highway.
Oh, okay. So
we're very close, actually, to the Chamber of Boca office. Also. Walking distance from the Chamber's office. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. What? How long have you been with the Boca Chamber?
Just joined them about a couple of months ago. When we opened Renegade, the Renegade office, I decided to join them because I think it's very important. I value these kind of relationships. These kind of organizations will boost you, will help you a lot when it comes to networking and all that. So yeah, I've been a member in many different chambers in the past, and I think they're very, very important to be part of. And I'm seeing actually the difference. That's where I met you guys. You know, I met Marcus. At the and Philip at the event, and that's how we became clients of yours in the Boca event. You know.
Well, like any business, the chamber, I've seen very poorly run chambers. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple even around here that are a doozy. Yeah. But the Boca Chamber, they do it. They're pristine.
I've been a member of a lot of chambers during my life, and I see that the Boca is very organized. The nice thing about them is that they have a lot of events.
A ton. That's what it's all about.
You don't run out of events. Really, like every week there's 5-6 events. And that's great for a business like ours. That's starting, and we need to network, and we need to have the connections, and they have about, I think, 1,500 members, so that's great for us. I'm already seeing the benefits of being a member of that chamber.
It is like anything. You just have to, you can't expect them to market you. You got to market you. You pay the membership dues to get access to the other members. Yeah. Well, go get access. Go to the events. Go do things.
They provide the platform.
Exactly.
You do the job.
Exactly.
It's your responsibility to go out and network and meet people, but they're providing you with a platform. They are creating the atmosphere and the environment for you to meet other business people, which is great. That's what we're looking after.
Yeah, we created a networking group too. It's called the Gold Coast Community. Yeah, it's really cool. So it's like I'm just trying to create more networking for people. Yeah. So right now it's probably 50 members or so, and there's an app that people download, and you can network through the app. Okay. Right, and it's kind of like a social media platform. Yeah. And then once a month we might do it twice a month. We're calling it UFCEO, where members go to the beach and do workouts. I have 3 UFC fighters that do workouts with us on the beach, middle-aged man workouts. Yeah. And then afterwards we go cold plunge. So you get there at 6:30, you work out for 45 minutes, you're done at 7:15, you get to the cold plunge by 7:30. You can literally be out of the networking by 8 a.m. And you get a workout in. You did so I am a big,
very nice idea,
proponent of.
It's different though, which is nice. I mean, it's a different idea than just gathering and having a drink and networking and all that. And I think it allows a little bit more collaboration and interaction and connecting with people and talking and chatting and all that.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It's just through the activity and through the workout. So I think it's a great idea. I'd love to be a member.
Yeah, you should. It's just cool because there's I have a friend named Ian. He was in the UFC. Yeah. And he trains me. I've been training with him for maybe 8 or 10 months. Yeah. And there's times where he kind of reminds me that he was in the UFC and I wasn't. Right?
Were you a professional UFC?
Me? Yeah? Hell no. No way. No, I was a good athlete. What I'm saying is he reminds me sometimes, I go, oh. But when there's a unique bond to it. Yeah. There's a unique bond to doing a hard workout with somebody. Yeah. And don't
connect.
You connect. Yeah. Because you're going through it together, and and we had all these entrepreneurs on the beach together. I mean, wealth managers.
You become like friends.
Yes.
Not just business. It's friendship too.
Brother. Yeah, that's what I'm building.
Exactly. That's a very nice idea.
I love it, and I'm so excited. And don't get me wrong, we'll do some Airbnb events where we have a cigar and bourbon, and but I'm trying to make it I'm trying to do just different forms of networking. Yeah. What we're talking about doing here in a couple weeks or maybe August is go do a workout on the beach on Boca, maybe on a Saturday, and then we have a business. His name is iCryo right here in Boca. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done cryotherapy or anything?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you've never?
No.
it's like minus 200 degrees and you go in it for a few minutes.
Oh, wow.
So it's like you go into this machine, it's minus 300 degrees.
Wow.
It's not hard for the first minute. And the second minute it gets a little tough. Third minute, you're like, get me out of here. But it just has all of these incredible physiological responses. And afterwards, you're like, woo.
Okay.
So like that kind of stuff together. And then I have my
nice.
whole team recording it and we're sharing it on social media. Let me show you
nice.
something.
I like
I
that.
don't have
I
it
like
on me
that.
right now. But yeah, dude,
Very
like
interactive. Very.
that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, it helps people connect on a personal level.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and you just, you know how it is, like meeting people. Because here's the way I look at it. Like when people go do networking, tell me if you agree or disagree.
Yeah.
I don't just think Eric is going to meet Joseph and Eric is going to sell Joseph. I don't go in with that intention.
Yeah.
I go in with the intention of who in my Rolodex can I connect with Joe?
Yeah.
Because if I can connect Joe with somebody, Joe is going to look very favorable on me.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that was really cool. Who do you know, Eric? You know, and they want to join the community. They want to do marketing with us, whatever it is. But when people think about Joe as just making, if you just think of meeting someone trying to make one sale, you're thinking so small-minded because you never know who they know.
Exactly.
That could be a life-changing account for you or a life-changing opportunity for you. You just never know. So don't try to just sell people because they're not going to refer you if they feel like you're trying to sell.
They're not going to become your client to begin with.
Exactly.
If they don't connect with you. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
And to add to that, I think from my sales experience, I've been in sales for more than 30 years, and I think that people will be more sold or accepting to do business with people that they like. They have to connect with you. They have to like you first. You have to be connecting somehow on a personal level. Similar ideas and similar personalities. I think it's very, very important.
For sure.
And then once you do business together, you're gonna definitely expand and then maybe get to know their friends and then they start referring you and all that. So I think it is very important to, like what you're trying to do, build the chemistry and the friendship between the people, so they can do business together. Because it's not just about business. I think friendship needs to come first,
For sure.
and connecting needs to come first, and then the business will come as a result.
Absolutely,
And that also builds trust. So when they connect with you, they have a relationship with you, they become closer to you, they're trusting you, especially in insurance. For us, it's very, very important to be trusted. People are trusting you with their personal assets, their businesses, their expensive stuff, their expensive home, their expensive cars, their businesses, their livelihood. And there's a very large level of trust that needs to be built there, that they deal with someone who knows what they're doing, and that they can trust them to really insure all these assets with them.
Yeah. Now, do you do any life insurance too? Or?
We don't do it at this point, but we will expand into that. Renegade has a life division. We, as an office, we will expand into that as a second level. So we are sticking to the personal lines and commercial lines, home, auto, and commercial for now. Soon we will be launching the life, but we don't do health. So that's an area that Renegade is probably looking to get into in the future. So if they get into I'm personally experienced in health.
Are you?
Because I used to work for Aetna for a long time, and so I did a lot of health at that time too. So if they get into it, we'll definitely get into it too.
Yeah, no, it's a great product.
Yeah.
Serves a great need.
Definitely. But the home and auto and commercial segments here in Florida, are challenging enough. I mean, from what's happening, here and all that. But although things are changing, things are changing in Florida. And the last, 4 or 5 years ago, it was a hard market. It was a very hard market. A lot of insurance companies walked away from the market, and now we're seeing a very, very different picture. The market is growing. The insurance companies are more comfortable coming back in. We see a lot of new companies entering the market and trying to grow in it. So Florida is a very, very interesting mix. It's a very interesting market than other states because of the challenges that the market faces in terms of hurricanes and all that. But we're seeing that there's a lot more confidence. The market is having confidence. The markets or the carriers are having confidence in the market and trying to get in again. We see that in many indications that they are not just entering, they're also reducing rates, interestingly.
Interesting.
So we've seen several carriers in the last few months reducing rates, and that's a good indication. That means there's the confidence in the market in the state is growing, and there's more business to be done. That's why it's inviting a lot more insurance companies to come to the state.
So talk to me like I know nothing about this, because I don't. Like if I'm an insurance carrier, right? Did I say this the right way?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm insuring all these big, beautiful homes in South Florida. And all of these homes went from, had 100% appreciation, right, in value, right, because they probably have to insure that whole.
Of course.
Right? Right? So, and then you have these catastrophic hurricanes back to back that I can't even imagine. I don't know, tens of billions of dollars, 40, 50 billion, who knows what the number is, right? Something absurd, right?
Yeah.
So the insurance companies have to pay that money. So they're taking a big risk by insuring these properties. And it's not just, I understand it's not just residential properties, but why would they, if you're a carrier, why would you even insure Florida or California? Like where the wildfires and wherever there's potential natural disasters, like why would they ever come back? Like, is there still money to be made for the carriers?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm talking too personal or not.
No, of course. I mean,
because they got to make their money as they should.
They're not going to get in if they're not making money, of course.
For sure.
So that's why there was a pause. There was a few years of, some carriers walking away, and now the confidence is coming back. And
but why?
Some of them are coming back.
Is it? Why?
Because we didn't have much hurricanes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. The last few years, we didn't have much hurricanes. We didn't have much devastating hurricanes, I would say, that resulted in.
So they're thinking, shit, is this an annual thing now? We got to.
Yeah, so it's a cycle, and then the insurance is a very complex business, where you have the insurer, and then the insurer has their reinsurer behind them, and it depends on the reinsurance companies how much risk they're willing to take and if they want to get into that market again. So sometimes it's not the insurance company that really decides to stay or come in. It's how much support they're going to be getting from their reinsurer to help them get into this market, because the insurance company is not taking the whole risk. Okay, they have their reinsurance company taking big portion of the risk, right? So these big reinsurance companies, Swiss Re, Munich Re, all the big, Munich Re. I used to work for them, in the past in Europe. So I used to be a reinsurance person. So the reinsurers play a big part of really the strategy.
They mitigate the risk a little.
Exactly,
I didn't realize
exactly.
that.
Yeah. Reinsurance is a very big, portion of our business. Is as an insurance company, how much support you have from your reinsurers to really, because at the end of the day, it's the reinsurers taking a big portion of the risk, right?
Okay.
And then if you don't have that support, you're not going to come into the market by yourself, right? Unless if you're a huge company and you can support yourself and you have the volume across the country that you're big enough to really reinsure yourself. But you touched on a very important subject is the properties appreciating, and that represents an additional risk, an additional
billions.
Billions on insurance companies. That's why evaluations are very important. Annual evaluations are very important. The risks that needs to be reevaluated every year. It's not just the house appreciating. Sometimes you've renovated your house. You've done something. You've that increase the value of the dwelling. So that's why you need to have these annual evaluations at renewal to really ensure the property to value. All right. So that's very important. And that's where the role of the broker or the agent comes in, to make sure that when the renewal is going through, sometimes insurance companies will increase the value. There's of course depreciation that needs to be added, so the dwelling amounts will not stay the same. They will always keep going up and up, because there's inflation. But also, if you have done a major renovation to your house, or your particular zip code or area has grown or appreciated a lot, then reevaluation needs to happen. And these are part of the studies and the actuarial studies, and the insurance companies will do every year on different areas. There's a lot of work behind the scene that's done by insurance companies to really evaluate these values and dwellings, and they recognize some areas will appreciate more than others, and they have to take all these things in factor.
So how does, because it looks like interest rates from the Fed will probably start to come down a little, right? Here in the near, isn't there a new person being appointed here very soon, or Fed chairman? Was there a new Fed chairman?
I think if the interest rates go down, that's going to stimulate the market. That's going to help a lot. We also, as an insurance industry, depend on the real estate market.
Of course,
people buy houses.
It's got to be stimulated.
Exactly. We insure these houses. So hopefully, if the interest rates will start going down and there's more movement in the real estate market, that's going to help everybody. Not just the insurance industry. It's going to help all the other industries. The construction and the supporting functions, the plumbers, the electricians, everybody that's associated to the construction industry, or helps mortgage, insurance, all that is going to stimulate the market, I think.
Do you think are you? And if I'm not trying to ask you hard questions to put you on the spot, I'm trying to ask you hard questions to get a video to go viral for you. Okay? So, are you optimistic or pessimistic about our economy over the next 12 to 18 months?
I think I'm pessimistic. Things are going to get better. Okay? And that, because I'm in an insurance industry, and insurance, companies and the insurance industry in general looks at the economy in a very detailed way. So we kind of evolved, and we are aware of what's going on in the market, and we see that from the strategies of the insurance companies and the outlook and what's going to happen next, and their behavior. So that gives you an indication of, okay, things are probably going to be on the positive side in the future. Because insurance companies are not going to come and enter the market if the outlook is not great, or it's not promising, right?
Yeah, they're definitely having backdoor conversations.
Exactly. They're connected to the banking sectors. They're connected to a lot of other sectors, which will give them some kind of indication, and they do their evaluations and studies before entering a market. So the positive things that we're seeing in the insurance industry, from carriers' entrance to the market, reduction of rates, these are positive indications, and I think it's going to be positive for the economy also. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I feel like we've all been waiting on like a real economic boom, and hopefully, I feel like, do you feel like the Iran war has a lot to do with it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it did affect. So that's why, I mean, we're glad it ended, because we were on a trajectory. We were on a growth, and that Iran war came in and just stalled everything with gas prices and all that. I think it's good that it ended, so we can go back to that growth and positivity. It was very important that the war had to stop. Otherwise, if it continued, there was going to be a long-term effect on all the industries.
For sure.
So I mean, it did stall things, because things were starting, on a good,
for sure,
trajectory, and then I think we just had a hiccup for 3 months, and then hopefully that's gone now, and we can continue with that positive momentum.
It's interesting because a lot of the money, like if you look at crypto, it's down, but it's showing a little recovery recently. Gold and silver are down this year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because it soared way up.
Because they grew a lot, and that's
that wasn't typical of that type of growth, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it just reduced back to the mean, probably, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think we're optimistic. I'm personally optimistic that things are going to be, we're going to continue in 2026 on a good pattern, and hopefully 27 is going to be also a good year.
Let's make some money.
We'll say, if the interest rates are going down, I think it's going to change a lot of things in the market in general for everybody. So we're hoping for that. We're waiting for that, and let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I could use a couple real. Listen, I got a daughter coming here. Don't stress me out these next couple of years.
I have 2 boys going to university next year, so I have to pay big dollars for tuitions.
They're going to be doctors.
Exactly. Let's hope so.
It's not 2 years of schooling.
Let's hope so. So it's a lot of money we have to pay. I need to get it from somewhere.
No doubt. Yeah, you got a lot of energy though. You'll be working for a long time.
Hopefully.
I feel like you got.
Yeah, I'm 55, so I think I have another 10, 15 years of it. So, But, you start, winding down a little bit, So
how do you feel physically?
Physically, I'm good. I feel great, busy life, having a family, 2 kids, going to university soon. I have an agency in Canada. I'm opening another agency in Florida.
You're doing a lot.
It's a lot of work. So it's but it keeps you up and running. I enjoy these challenges. I enjoy these, being busy. I'm a busy person. I've been busy all my life, so I like being busy and achieving things, and hopefully it will be good for the family. So.
I did a cool social media post, or I'm going to do it. It said, "Don't complain about how much you have on your plate.
Exactly.
If the goal is to eat."
Yeah.
Right? So it's a great analogy. If you want to eat, you're going to have a lot of food on your plate.
I look at it a different way. Don't complain about how busy you are, because you could be not busy.
Yeah.
And that's worse.
When my employees say, we're swamped, I go, good.
Yeah, it's good.
You're going to keep your job. We're going to give you raises.
Busy, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, obviously, you don't want to burn, overheat employees or whatever.
Busy is a good problem.
For sure.
Yeah, good problem to have.
It's like saying I have too many women to choose from. It's like, as a single man, I mean,
it's like it's always a good problem. If you're busy, you can always hire, you can grow, you can, bring more people. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
If you're busy, that means the revenue is coming. That means you can afford to really help the economy and start hiring people and doing things, positive things for the economy in general. So I feel great when I employ people.
Me too.
Because I'm helping and I'm giving opportunities to people. And that's a very good thing to do. I feel like I want to give back to the community. So when I work hard and grow, it's a good thing.
I don't get me wrong, I have nice things. I'm not a things guy though. I prefer experiences, like a sporting event or something, but if you were to ask me what I could buy for $100,000, you know what my answer is? I want a kick-ass employee.
Definitely.
like a kick-ass
Yeah.
rock star of an employee that
Yeah.
does this. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't. It does feel good. It does
Because
feel
that good employee is gonna bring, you know, 3-4 folds the 100,000 you invested.
easy,
Yeah. So
easy, especially
yeah,
if they're
so
a rock star. you know?
Exactly. So it's a good investment in people and good investment for the business.
Yeah.
Also. Yeah.
So are you? Are you still Are you the CEO of your agency? And
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm the president, and I own it. I'm the principal agent also, and we're actually just starting to look for agents, and
Oh no, I
we're
meant the one in Canada. Are you still? Are you physically
yes.
operating it still? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm still involved in the management, although I've switched a lot of responsibilities to
Okay.
my wife. I'm lucky that also my wife is an insurance agent,
That helps.
and she's been in the business also for
Cool.
25 years. So that gave me the opportunity. If it wasn't her being involved in the Canadian agency, I wouldn't be able to
You
have
couldn't
the
be able.
time
Okay.
and the energy to do or to open the Florida one. So I was able to hand over almost 80% of the responsibilities to her, and that allowed me to really focus on the Florida
Okay.
agency and get it up and running, and start it. So yeah, I'm still involved there, but she's running the show.
Okay. She just
Basically,
checks in on, hey, how should I do this?
yeah,
this?
yeah, exactly. I mean, she asks me sometimes for small things, but she's experienced enough. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she's doing a great job. So yeah,
Cool. What's your wife's name?
Shireen?
Shireen.
Yeah,
Can you spell it?
Shireen. SHIREEN. Yeah.
Shireen.
Shireen.
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful.
So your staff met her in one of the
Oh, cool.
chambers events. She was here last week, and we were all out, and they had to meet her. Yeah. So.
Did you guys? Were you at the? Was it? What's it called? Mike's Crazy. Is that where you met?
Yes,
Crazy Uncle
yes,
Mike.
Yeah, Crazy Uncle Mike's. Yeah,
That's a cool spot.
Yeah. So we were there networking, and we met your staff. She met everybody, So yeah.
I haven't met the owner of. I heard he's a cool guy. I haven't met him yet.
The owner
Of Crazy Uncle Mike's. Have you met him yet?
I haven't met him. No, I didn't.
I hear
Yeah.
people keep telling me he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
So I'll eventually. meet
Yeah,
him.
it would be nice to meet him. So
Yeah, for sure.
One day there, I'll ask for him next time when I go there.
Yeah. I want to talk to the owner.
I was just getting introduced,
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
yeah, maybe we can insure the place.
Absolutely.
With insurance.
Absolutely, you got to. You're a salesman. I love it. You
Yeah,
got to.
no,
You got to
no.
network. Yeah.
Yeah, you look. I'm very good at commercial insurance. I've been doing it for a long time. So I enjoy commercial more than our little secret. I enjoy commercial more.
Couple more bucks,
because
for sure.
it's, in the insurance industry, a lot of agents are shy from the commercial side, or they're intimidated by it because they're not comfortable. It is a different animal altogether. It's more complex. You need to know what you're doing, what you're asking for, and that intimidates a lot of agents. So you see a lot of them focusing on home and auto.
Mhm.
And even when I interview people, it's like, "Do you do commercial?" It's like, "No, I don't. I'm not very comfortable with it." And all that. I said, "Okay, well, you come in. I'll teach you. I'll train you. I'm not very shy with transferring knowledge. I've done that in my agency in Canada. We had people who never sold a commercial policy, and now they're selling all kinds of commercial policies. We've taught them, we've trained them. So I like to develop people when they come and
Yeah.
work for us, even if they're just focused on home and auto. Just come, yeah, we'll teach you commercial. We'll take it at one risk at a time. We'll do the small ones, and then you grow, you do the bigger ones, and that's how it works. That's how I learned. I learned with the smaller ones, and then I grew.
You said something interesting. Transfer of knowledge. This has been a big focal
Yeah.
point of mine. Give me the actual mechanisms you use, the actual way you transfer knowledge. Tell me how you do it.
It has to be in person. I mean, for me, in the insurance industry at least,
Okay.
for us, training people, remotely and, by courses and all that, okay, it's good, but it's not as effective as if you do it in person. So I always invite people, say, please come to the office. If you have a commercial risk, let's do it together.
Okay.
Let's do the application together. Okay, what kind of questions you're going to have to ask for this kind of risk?
Okay, so walking through the
Exactly.
actual
You
process,
have-
doing
you have-
it.
You have to do it together, and they will learn one after another, and they will start doing. So, okay, I've done my first commercial risk, and now I know what kind of questions I have to ask, but I might face another kind of commercial risk, and which involves different kind of set of questions, and that's when you need to say, okay, for this one you're going to ask this and this and that, in addition to the traditional standard questions, right?
Yeah. So what I do now, and I love this kind of conversation because that's how we grow our businesses.
Yeah.
Because if I can just take everything in here, and if I could make 100 of me, I'd be a freaking billionaire.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but how do I do that? So what I've been doing, and I'd be curious if you've done anything like this. So, I'll tell my team, hey, schedule a sales meeting for me.
Yeah.
And then I'll hop on the sales meeting on a Zoom, and then I'll have, it recorded. And then so I'll record myself. So I have, not only do I have the video, but I have the transcript.
Yeah.
So rather than them always doing it with me, I have a whole library of maybe 50 different sales calls.
Yeah.
And then what I've also done is I've breaking down the sales call. Like, hey, I think I did this well. I actually missed this. I could have done this better.
Yeah.
Like, do you like that? Or do you think it's still, you got to like be there with the person?
It's different from one industry to another.
Yeah.
The insurance industry is very diverse and it's very intense. It's a lot of details, especially when you get into commercial. It's a lot of details. And one risk is not like the other.
Yeah.
There's always something different, about, that risk, what the owner's doing, or if they're doing something different than others, that you have to have this. There's a lot of questions to be asked. Like always, my initial call with a client is a lot of questions. I will have a call and I ask about the business, what they're doing, and many, many questions, which the insurance companies are going to ask for. They're going to ask all these questions, so I have to get the answers. But also, I'm going to, during this conversation, I'm going to also detect and sense if there's something different about this risk that I need to report to the insurance company, or something that is going to make the insurance company say, oh, okay, well, I need to investigate this a little bit more, right? And that's where your experience comes in. So there's a lot of, you can standardize it, but also you're going to have to read between the lines, and you have to understand what's going on, because you're underwriting the business on behalf of the insurance company. So you need to ask all these questions and present them to the insurance company to price the risk. And if you have not presented the right picture and the right questions or the right risk, maybe they're doing something that the insurance company will not accept. So, no, I will take that risk, but if they're doing this, I don't want it. Or they need to stop doing it. They will put conditions, and that's where a good broker comes in, asking the questions, understanding the risk very well, and you have to go see the client, and you have to see sometimes the physical location. And if you're going to a factory, if you're going to a warehouse, you have to go and see what's going on, the fire mitigation, the security, if there's anything alarming in the business that you need to be aware of, so you can present the picture in a correct way to the insurance company.
Yeah, no, I think it's something.
Our business is very difficult.
Yeah,
Our
no, for
business
sure, no, it is.
very
No, and
difficult.
it's complex. It's complex.
It's very complex business. Yeah.
Because I'm sure you run into this too. There's so many. Like, you can standardize it, like you said.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be a one-off thing that it's almost impossible to teach everything, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like so what I've been trying to do is trying to teach them how to actually problem solve themselves, right? Versus just taking all of my information, but actually learning how to problem solve, come up with 3 solutions.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So like if somebody asks me a question today, they go, Eric, what should I do?
Yeah.
I go, well, let me ask you a question.
Basic questions you have to have.
yeah, give me 3 options. And they'll say, oh, I think we could do this, this, or this. And I go, well, which one would you choose?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should do this.
Yeah.
Then try that.
Yeah.
Right? So,
just to give you an example how difficult it is to standardize things in our business, it's like you go to some companies have commercial portals,
yeah.
a portal that's going to price the commercial risk. They try to standardize certain segments of businesses,
Yep.
and then you go through the questions, you ask, you choose the coverages, you do this and this. But also, if you add something, then you would get a referral. You'll always sometimes get a referral because, okay, there's something out of the box here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Right.
There's always something out of the box. When
Yeah.
something out of the box, you're going to get a referral. Then it's going to need to go to an underwriter, and you're going to speak to the underwriter, discuss the risks. Like, okay, why did this not price the risk right away? Had to go to a referral because of this and this and that. So, yeah, it's sometimes hard to standardize it 100%.
Yeah.
It's not a cookie cutter or, standard, risk. There's always something different.
How quickly, if Joe Simpson wanted to become an insurance salesperson today,
Yeah.
what's the average length of time it takes for them to get it and to really grasp it?
Well, it's a licensed business, so you're going to have to take the 220 exam first, There's an exam by the regulator you're going to have to take. You have to study for it. There's a curriculum. I had to study it. I have to take the exam also. Everybody has to take the exam and get a license. Our license is 220 license. So the studying hour, depending on the person, could range from 1 month to 2 months, depending how fast you go. If you're doing it really full-time, part-time, and then you sit for the exam, and then you pass the regulatory requirements and police checks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You have to go through rigid police checks and all that in the insurance industry, and then if everything is okay, you get, appointed, you join an office, you get appointed, and then you become a broker. And then starts the learning curve. And then that's the beginning of your trip, in the insurance industry.
That's what I was getting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when the learning starts.
The trip could be years.
And how long is that trip? That's what I was asking. Okay.
Well, it's different from one person
Yeah.
to another. It depends if you're doing it part-time, you're doing it full-time, you're putting your effort into it,
Okay.
you're taking it serious, you're a person who is very much connected, you get a lot of quotations, you get a lot of clients, so you're quoting a lot, so you're learning faster.
Yeah.
So it depends on many factors. But yeah, it could be years. I mean, I'm in the business for 30 years and I still learn every day.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I get sometimes things that I haven't touched on or faced before, so it is a very diverse industry, and you keep learning over the years. But I would say a year to 2 years, you will start knowing what you're doing.
Right.
You start okay, when you have a conversation with an experienced person, you know what you're talking about, you know how to present the risk, and then maybe you diversify and get into, after personal lines, you get into commercial lines, and then maybe go to life, go to health, and be dual licensed. There's a lot to do,
And that's when you start making that big money.
It could be multiple licenses, and doing different lines of business. You could be doing all of them: home, auto, commercial, life, health.
Yeah, this is. We've actually been going for about an hour. You're a very easy guy to talk to. I could see where you're a great salesperson, and you're gonna.
Appreciate it.
You're gonna you're gonna do a great job down here. I have no doubt. And I'll try to. Listen to me, I'll try. We're pretty decked out with our insurances, but I will try to. I will connect you with people you being our client. I want to invite you into this community, and I'd love to see you do well. You just got to come do the workouts once a month.
I will.
Okay, it's fun. It's a bunch of old guys.
I'm old.
It's it's not like
I need to exercise.
Just throw
Sometimes
a
it's very important for me because it's all work.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to do something different.
Yeah. Well, you're
so
cool
it's
and
fun and exercise too.
Yeah, no, you're cool and likable too. So
Thank you. I
there.
appreciate that. I appreciate it. Pleasure.
Do me a small favor. Look into that camera.
Yeah.
I always said Middle Eastern people are the most handsome people on the planet, by the way.
Yeah.
So take that handsome face of yours, right, and give a 15-second elevator pitch about Renegade Insurance. And if somebody does want to reach out to you, where should they look you up?
Hi, this is Mustafa. I'm with Renegade Insurance. So please, if you need any help with your personalized, commercialized insurance, when it comes to auto, home, commercial, give us a chance. It's a quotation for free. You can reach us at 728-666-3444, and we'll be happy to help. Our website is www.renegade-bia.com, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you.
Guys, thanks again for tuning in to the Gold Coast Podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you again.